Do you know what time it is? Yes, it is freedom time, my friends. The moment of our lives are here. Why are we waiting to exercise our freedoms? Is freedom time. Welcome to the Freedom Lover Show. I'm your host, David James Rodriguez, and we are building a voluntary world, one relationship at a time. And many of you know what time it is, and this is the conversation we're having right now, is that if we stay silent right now, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. And then we see a lot of things happening around the world right now. If you don't realize that the government is organized crime and forcing people into doing things they don't want to do, well, maybe it's that time. Start looking into the possibility that these politicians are bought and paid for, left side, right side, blue, red team, doesn't matter who it is. They don't have your best interest in mind. And now they're going to try to require you have a QR code. In fact, that's what's happening in LA public school district right now. Now you got to get a pass. It's called a class pass. So if you wanted to be free, well, you might want to get your kids out of the school system immediately, because now they have to get a certificate to travel on the land, as if they were a animal, like a sheep or a cattle. And that's not what we're meant to be, my friends. We're meant to be something greater than that. So if you stay silent, then you are being complicit. When you see open tyranny and you don't say anything about it, then we can only blame ourselves. And this is the great realization, one of them: there's nobody coming to save us, guys and gals. It's you and me. We are the ones we've been waiting for. And many of you have been preparing for this decision for years, decades, generations, lifetimes, whatever you believe. But it's freedom time. And whatever that means to you, to me it means to exercise your freedom and rise in your personal power. To take personal responsibility for the world that you inherited from your parents, and so did I. So do we wait for some governor recall? Do we wait for some presidential recall, mayor recall, supervisor recall? Or do we organize with our neighbors and find common ground with each other and begin to build the world that we want to see? Because there's no one else going to do it except us. The politicians have failed by design for decades and generations, deceiving people, lying to people, and we know what time it is. It's not only freedom time, it's love time. It's compassion time. It's understanding that we've been treated brutally in our lifetime of how to deal with other humans. People have been taught that coercion is acceptable. They lost their moral code, they lost their moral compass, as you know. So this is the message today, my friends, is we know what time it is. It's time to exercise our freedoms. You don't need permission to breathe air. You don't need permission to travel on the land. You don't need permission to conduct business in a voluntary, consensual way. And all these licenses and permits, I know a lot of doctors who are actually letting their license go. Because why do you need permission from the state when you can help somebody heal themselves from deadly disease? The pharmaceutical companies are trying to treat you. They're not trying to cure you. And it's the grand self-ownership awakening, my friends. So thanks for joining me on the Freedom Lover Show and helping us remember and celebrate what time it really is. It's freedom time, my friends. So go out there, exercise it, demonstrate it, be the example for your kids, for your neighbors, and start showing each other that we can live in a voluntary world by being consensual, having relationships with each other. It is the only way forward. Because coercion and monopoly organizations have dominated left side, right side, all different genders and races and all these different colors, man. And they always wave a flag and say, yeah, we're going to solve the problem this time. Oh, sure you are. 10 years later, 20 years later, how many more generations are we going to be duped and deceived by these politicians? They don't care about you. And that's why George Carlin is really on point. You know, it's a big club, you ain't in it, neither am I. And to pretend like they care is to delude ourselves of the truth, is that we are the kings and queens on the earth, my friends. You're a child of God or of nature or whatever you believe. And as long as you don't harm anybody, you don't deceive anybody or defraud them, cause harm to their person, make threats of harm, live your life. Exercise your freedom, my friends. You're a beautiful soul, beautiful being, man, woman, child. And we came to earth to do something exciting and adventurous, to express and to be. And that's what we're doing right now. So keep shining your light, keep standing for the truth. Speak your truth, my friends. It is directly related to justice. So the more truthful you are, the more likely justice will occur. And that's why the politicians lie. They don't want justice. They want to fatten their own pocketbooks. And who wouldn't, right? If you have the ring of power, then wouldn't you use that? So do what Frodo did. Throw the ring into the volcano. And remember what time it is. It's freedom time. Peace and love. Thanks for helping us build a voluntary world, one relationship at a time, one conversation at a time, one interaction at a time. It's up to you and I. So let's keep building, my friends. We keep shining. Just like the sun out today, it's the source of life, my friends. And so is freedom. It's number one. Peace and love, guys.